Let's see Paul Alex.
Yo. Normally it just would be, it is Wednesday, my dudes, and we would be working on Magic Tay Gathering, right? But, surprise, surprise, Age of Sigmar has a big old news update, and we might as well talk about it, huh? Ahem. Might as well talk about it. But we got some information to delve into, and I'm told that the shit's hot. I've mostly ignored spoilers to be a React Andy here, but also I could have just looked at what they were and formulated like a really good opinion, you know? Deep, cavernous folds in the brain, you know, opinions, but instead I made a fucking Bateman meme about the balance update called Gillette. So I guess I mean, if you're tuning in, that's kind of what you're tuning in for, I bet. Anyway, let's move forward. Did you see the rules for that Texas tournament? They allowed new rules, but not the new rules. No, I didn't. Give me a link if you got one in Giga. Damn, let's get into it. Let's just get into it, right? Ahem. Bum, bum, bum. Alright. News you can trust, I guess? Alright, top story tonight. Battlescroll, a big balance update hits the Mortal Realms as war comes to Gillette. Hell yeah, brother. Let's go over it. Also, there's a bunch of other stuff that we haven't gotten to yet. The GH, or as they say across the pond, the GHB, with a free points update for Warhammer Age of Sigmar. As always, the points are free, which is just great. I'm sad. I'm like future sad about the day that they inevitably stop doing that. But so far, pretty fan. A big balance update hits the Mortal Realms as war comes to Gillette. Hold up. Enhance? The focus of battles in Warhammer Age of Sigmar is undergoing a seismic shift. Armies are moving from the vast plains of Thatia to the claustrophobic tunnel networks of Gillette. In the new battle pack from the General's Handbook, Pitch Battles 22-23 S1. Monsters still rule in the era of the beast. Maybe. But veteran infantry are the new top pick in these confined warrens, teeming as they are with insectile predators. Explosive Realmstone and cunning ambushes. Alright. Location change and a new battle pack, plus free points updates for every faction aren't the only changes coming in matched play. The hunt is over. And Battlescroll Gillette is here, bringing a host of changes to factions that are performing above or below the sweet spot for win rates in games of Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Download the new Battlescroll right here, right now. I did that. What's more, we sat down for a chat with Rat Mose from the Warhammer studio to get some insight into the intention and execution of this new Battlescroll. Now this is great. I'm going to read this because I am interested in this. One of the things that I was saying that they should do, because commonly this is done, and I think the way that it is commonly done is actually quite nice. When it comes to patches or balance updates or something like that, you tend to put like developer commentary in there a little bit, just to clue your audience in a bit about your philosophy and intentions, you know, what type of game you're trying to make, things like that. You know, we address this because our, you know, first principle is this or that or what the other thing, and we're trying to address it, then, you know, we'll see what goes on. Just a little bit of explanation. I like that. I like it. What's more, we sat down. Oh, yeah, I already said that. Now a quote from Rat Mose. With the next General's Handbook heralding a shift from monsters to infantry, we brought the hunt to an end. So the old, you know, last Battlescroll, the balance update, had like you get bonus points for killing overpowered units. It was, man, you know, it's hard to say this because I, as do all of you, as does everyone really, live in somewhat of a bubble. And so when you say things like everybody hated this, nobody liked this, what you're really saying is the people and opinions I tend to surround myself with generally think something. And, you know, other groups don't, but I don't think they're right. But that doesn't sound as cool as everyone hated that, right? So it might be a bit of a stretch for me to say something like universally panned, for instance, the last Battlescroll thing, where it was, you know, here's bonus points for killing stuff that beats you in ways that doesn't involve not killing it, right? It was a bad update, I can say. And most people didn't like it, but whatever, right? So we're flushing that one down the toilet. You tried. It's good to try new things, but that was not a good one. But fine, hey, jiggle the handle a little bit, move forward, right? We brought the hunt to an end, and the peasants rejoiced. We've made some targeted adjustments to certain units, many of which were previously designated as priority targets, but then that didn't really work. And to some factions, many of which were prime hunters. Okay. Our focus for this battle scroll is purely on external balance. This is the opposite of well, not the opposite. This is contrary to internal balance. So internal balance is the balance between the units within an army. So if you have an army and only one thing is good and everything else is crap, you might say that the internal balance is poor, right? But it's not the whole picture, because it could be the internal balance is really good. Let's pretend really the only thing differentiating what you want to use, you know, units and rules wise in your battle tome is like personal preference, or if you like this playstyle or that playstyle. But on the average, they're all like good options if you want to use them in a certain way, right? We could say that that has good internal balance. Now, they could all be shit. They're just balanced against each other. But that's not like an internal balance problem. That's an external balance problem. That's a problem once your battle tome that is perfectly balanced high dives into Age of Sigmar and it turns out all your stuff is crap. But your stuff is equally crap, you know? And then there's external balance, which is like, oh, you're actually pretty good outside of your faction, but there's really only one list in the army and everything else sucks. Well, then that would be good external balance maybe, but poor internal balance. And getting both of them right is tricky, unless you have like a strong iron fist dictator overseeing the balance of the entire game, who really deep dives and checks to make sure all the battle tomes are internally balanced and then compares them against external, and really has a strong grasp of what they want for how good stuff should be in the game and so on and so forth. Which a lot of design teams do that. Most, I would say. And their success rates are good or bad, right? But they're trying to do that anyway. Ahem. We want to bring all factions, sub-faction. Oh, we want all sub-factions too. This is actually huge. I'm gonna pop yeah.
Pop? Yeah.
I didn't know they were trying to balance the sub-factions. I guess they're going to start trying to balance the sub-factions today. Because leading up until now, they have very strongly just not even attempted to do this at all, right? Even in 3rd edition, really. It's the only book that I'm thinking of that kind of approaches doing this is Daughters of Cain. Everybody else, for the most part, you have like a clear winner sub-faction and then just why did you print this? For the most part. It was much worse before. 2nd edition battle tomes were heinously bad for this for the most part. And they've slightly improved, I guess. But if you want to bring all the sub-factions within 45 to 55, I think you need to rewrite every battle tome except Daughters of Cain from the ground up. I don't know if you can swoop in and fix it. Although, actually, never mind. You could swoop in and fix it. You could just change the rules in the app, right? But you'd have to do that for just about every single army. I appreciate their attempt, and I look forward to them doing that. They have just now said that they are going to try to do that, which is correct. Like, how long can I bitch about them not doing it before? Like, it seems that they're going to try to do that now. And that's great. So, I say we get a thumbs up. Thumbs up for the attempt, right? What's the first thing that we should talk about? I think it should be the balance update. To me, it's the BU. It's the balance update. Enhance. Battlescroll Gallet. And I haven't read this yet. So I get to read it for the first time with all of you. You would agree with you, but it should happen way less in AOS, as it's super simple compared to a computer program. And it seems like anyone half familiar with the game catches these things right away. You are not wrong. I don't actually have anything to add either. That's correct. Yes, you are right. Which is why I think putting forth more resources, and really giving it the full, college try, really could sweep most of it under the rug entirely. Most of it. There's going to be a errata or something. There always is, right? But you really could head this stuff off at the pass with a game as simple as AOS. Storm, Cast, Eternals. Change the Thunderbolt Volley command ability too. You can use... Oh. Dude, are they getting rid of double shoot in the whole game? Just like I've always been saying. I've been saying this for so long. Please do it. James Workshop. You can use command ability once per battle in your hero phase. Command can only be issued to a friendly knight, or lord or Draco Nith. The unit that receives the command must be a friendly Justicar or Angelos unit that is not reinforced.
Pop. Yeah.
The unit can shoot. Okay, so they didn't get rid of double shooting, but if you can't reinforce the unit, then it's dead, right? The rule is essentially dead. Cool. This is a good change. It is way worse than it used to be. It might still even be your choice, I don't know. You'd have to build your army a little differently. It becomes one of those, like, ooh, I just barely... I feel like I just need a little bit more damage, so this minimum size unit can shoot twice. It's still a noticeable DPS increase. But it's not just giga blasting with a double reinforced Battleline unit, right? It's just less damage. Cool. And a pretty good target. Long strikes were maybe a little too good. Especially with double shooting. Cool. Okay. Hey, good change. Yo, I'm gonna bring... Where is it? Live document. We're taking notes. Okay, Fireslayer notes. Night Haunt notes. Sylvaneth notes. I'm detecting notes of Skaven at this point in the scroll here. Okay. Talking about every unit in Skaven. Oh yeah, and then all the war scrolls in Skaven with notes. Endless spells for... Alright, here we go. Balance update. There we go. Build a table of contents. Currently, I have 5,000 words. It says here in my live notes for just noting. SCE double shoot is nerfed. This is a good change. Well done. Well done and good work. There was a problematic rule, and you made the rule worse. It still does something. It's still good. It's just less effective than it used to be. Holy shit. I put an asterisk next to it because I feel like this is a good job. Ahem. And long strikes shooting twice is one of the most complained about things from casual players, right? When I played Stormcast on TTS, I just did this because it seemed like the best thing to be doing. And then I was memeing with the rest of my list was basically a meme. And the list still ended up being pretty good just because of that, which is sort of funny. Yeah, this is fine. Stormdrake Guard. Change the Draconic Onslaught ability. This is their once a game move 12, right? Once per battle in your charge phase, you can say this unit will unleash its Draconic Onslaught. If you do, you can reroll charge rolls for this unit in that phase. Couldn't you already reroll charges with Stormdrake Guard, I thought? Are we tape checking? I thought you could. I thought you could reroll charges. I'm probably thinking about something else, right? Stormdrake Guard. I have to use Wahapedia. Because Games Workshop took this away from me. And so we have to use a third-party site. No. No, I guess not. I must have been thinking about some other unit. I thought they could already. Well, obviously they can because they can use command abilities. But... Oh, I see. Wahapedia is already updated. Damn, Chads. Holy shit. Wahapedia already updated? Fucking powerful. Okay. Sick. GW should just buy Wahapedia and put it behind Warhammer Plus. Yeah. Put it behind Warhammer Plus. Good one. No more infinite movement chain charge from anywhere to anywhere on the table once per game. Instead, a minor but nice charge reroller. They're still faster than Fulminators with flying. They still have better breaths. Does this, like, kill Stormdrake Guard? No. It kills them for the purpose that people played them for, right? Well, one of the reasons why people played Stormdrake Guard was that they could, once per game, literally move from anywhere to anywhere on the entire table and guarantee a charge, right? Insane movement. And they don't do that anymore, so you need to reevaluate them now as simply a normal unit playing Age of Sigmar, right? This means it's a little closer in your... It's a little closer to Fulminators now, because Fulminators are the Giga damage, and Stormdrake Guard were the movement with sort of swingy, I would say swingy damage, right? You still have Translocation on a 2-up rerolling, which you can use on the Stormdrake Guard, and then they charge reroll themselves, which makes the 9-inch charge a little more likely. Cool. I'm trying to think how players are going to react to this. Does everybody who was on Dragons just sell them right now? I wonder. Yeah, I'm reading in chat a few of you think that Draconic Guard Fulminators were always better. And I disagree. But I disagree in a way that basically agrees with you. Just with a caveat, so I don't know if I should have started that sentence so negatively. Fulminators do way more damage more consistently. And Stormdrake Guard were fucking turbo yeeshing all over the place. Right? That's why you chose one or the other. Fulminators are the value and the consistency, and Stormdrake Guard were the Insano movement. And so you chose Stormdrake Guard because they're insane moving. And for that, you paid for, like, consistency and all sorts of other stuff. I still think this is good. I wonder if the points are still okay. Are the points still fine after this? They are no longer the movement king role in the army versus Fulminator's consistent charge DPS value role. Maybe address the points, maybe just see if people drop them like a sack of potatoes. But overall, yeah, I think that's probably right. They were too maneuverable. I think they simply were too maneuverable, actually. HeyWoah, does this stop the cringe? I will flip off Stormdrake armies when I see them garbage? No. People immature enough to do that before will just still do that now, except it'll be cruel instead of whiny, you know? For whatever reason, AOS players, or maybe Games Workshop players, have a long memory, and they never forgive some army for being good, even if it's shit right now, for whatever reason, which is dumb, but they don't. Yeah, be the cringe you want to see in the world, for sure. Stormdrake Guard, pretty good change. It fundamentally changes their role, which is a concern, maybe. And I don't know where their points are going to drop to, or where their points are going to have them land in army lists or not, right? So there is that, but in my head, at least, now the people playing Stormdrake Guard are going to be the dragon enjoyers. And all the Fairweather teleport anywhere players are going to, like, drop them and then move on to the next hotness. And Stormdrake Guard should be good. They should be very good, even, right? Because I want the dragon enjoyers out there to have a decent army. So I'm hoping they land on their feet. I hope they're like cats, in a way. Then we have Cities of Sigmar Living City, which was the city to take in Living City because most of the other cities didn't really do anything. I'm kind of exaggerating, but the sub-factions were not equal, and they never were. Change the strike, then melt away battle trade 2. You can use the command ability at the end of your shooting phase. You do pick a Living City unit that shot in the phase. Is more than 9 from enemy units and is wholly within 18. Oh, you can't... Okay. So you can't shoot and then just get like a 3-inch charge afterwards. They dropped that. Interesting change. I didn't think they were going to do something this laser beam focused, this scalpel. But it cannot finish that move within 9 inches of enemy units. Okay. So no more 3-inch charges army-wide, pretty much, always, in Living City. Does this kill the crab for Living City? No. Is this always what you did? It kind of was always what you did, isn't it? Please try and justify Thankful at 415 and Stardrake at 500. Sure, I will. Thankful at 415 is correct. Because at 415, he seems maybe worth playing. And Stardrake at 500 is correct. Because Stardrake has a deep history and culture that you can't fuck with tradition, right? Stardrake has always been garbage. Bad War Scroll, 200 points more than it should be. Both. Not just one of those things. Its War Scroll has always been trash, and then it's been overcosted. And they're just trying to keep it consistent, okay? Stardrakes have never been worth playing. They were kind of okay at the second half of first edition, but not really. And they just don't want to, like, if people own a Star Drake, they don't want them, maybe they have a heart condition, it's like a roller coaster ride. How would they react if their Star Drake was actually playable for the first time almost ever, right? We're concerned for their health. Anyway, I hope this has helped you, Artorias. I hope I've justified it. Alright. Living City. No more auto charges. Forever. Does this kill the crab, though? Actually, probably yes. You probably find a new city, I think. At the risk of overreacting, I think so. Still, it was right to target them with something, I think. Also, new book when? Aha. I don't think this one gets a star, but it was in a weird spot. Will any of the COS changes even matter in 6 months? Depends on if they have gotten a new book within those 6 months. Really. And then Seraphon, coalesced. Change the scaly skin. Oh, please. I lose to this automatically. If my opponent has scaly skin written on their army list, I've lost the game. We don't even need to play, actually. I just lose. What do you got for me? Subtract 1 from the damage inflicted by each successful attack that targets coalesced unit that has a Saurus, Croxigore, or Monstar keyword. Okay. So... No skinks and no heroes that aren't monsters. So skinks and heroes in those army lists are capable of being killed by me. I guess the salamanders as well. Imagine playing salamanders. That's a meme because they're an auto-include and have been forever. Your monsters are still super powerful. Does this, like, ruin what Seraphon is doing? No, but it's like it's a targeted nerf. Salamanders, you mean shit beasts? Yeah, I do mean shit beasts, yes. Okay. Seraphon. Skinks, Flappy Boys, some heroes. Lose -1 dam. Light touch, good nerf. Still strong, for sure. I probably still lose hard. That's fine. If they're going to do points updates frequently, you might as well, you know, dip your toe in the water and see if it was enough. Saurus heroes have the Saurus keyword, I am aware. Yeah, I said some heroes. Heroes. Some heroes lose -1 dam. If anyone was playing Slan or whatever, you know, the Skink Priest, stuff like that, some heroes lose the -1 dam. They still have double shoots. The armor's still amazing. So, you know, we're fine. SD Arcade redeemed ad time? Alright. Hey. Boy, all this talking has made me hungry.
Right now, you could be savoring the rich, creamy flavor of angel food ice cream. It's the extra cream in angel food that blends all of your favorite flavors so they're always smooth and creamy. Never pointy. How about some rich and creamy angel food ice cream right now?
Ooh, Lord, what an ice cream. Man, I want to get some right now. Hey, pick up some angel food ice cream at your local grocery store. At your local Piggly Wiggly or whatever. Anyway, there's the ad. Please enjoy. F for ads, Bezos. We have our own. Yeah, we got our own ads now. Get owned, I guess. Need a cream? Yeah, I do need a cream emote, but not enough people watch me to get more emotes, unfortunately, which is my fault. I should make more AOS videos on YouTube to herd the people over here, right? But turns out I have to spend a lot of time doing other job, so. Well, this is funny. Aren't you losing ad revenue? The amount of ad revenue I make on Twitch is literally irrelevant. I make $20 a month on ads on Twitch. It just doesn't matter. Twitch, the platform, they make their money on ads. The streamer makes money on subs and donos. And to a much lesser degree, bits, I guess, kinda. But it's subs and donos on Twitch. So, if I lose ad revenue and show more memes, I don't care. I don't care. $20 gross or after tax. That is $20 after tax on that $23 or something. 22 maybe. It's not a lot. It's an amount that I don't care about and would rather meme for. Per ad, I probably lose like 4 cents or something. It's fine. Anyway, these are good. Hey, these are actually pretty close to what I... Remember that document I came up with that one day? Where on lunch break I spent 45 minutes and wrote up my own version of Battlescroll? Some of this stuff is seeming a little reminiscent of it. I'm a fan. I like it. Broken Realms B. Laker. Okay. Change the first damned Prince battle trait to add 1 to hit rolls and wound rolls for attacks made by Be'lakor while he is within 18 of at least 1 something. What did he do before in the first Prince? I'm trying to think. You summoned stuff forever. You had a bodyguard roll, but that didn't really matter. Well, it kind of mattered, but it wasn't like a big deal. It's mostly because of Bellacor's amazing ability. Is the bodyguard thing the thing that they omitted and put this in instead and had him fight? The bodyguard is now gone. Okay. Hey, that's something. B. Lakor no longer invincible. Even though that wasn't like a huge deal, it's technically a nerf. Good. It's actually the exact same nerf that I recommended when I was balancing it. His ability was a pain because you couldn't kill him. Yeah, but I found you just ignore Be'lakor. When I was playing, whenever I played against Legion of the First Prince and inevitably lost every time, I found that Be'lakor wasn't worth targeting because after he did his big secret effect, it's like, why bother fighting this guy? He's almost immortal. I'm just going to fight something else instead, right? But it did make acquiring a battle trait kind of hard. So I think this is a fair and good nerf. I don't know why he needs to be invincible anyway. You know what I mean? So why not give the opponent a choice in the matter? Hedonites of Slan Ish. Oh, more points, huh? Hold up. Hold up. H of S, huh? Alright, these are the digital points that came out at the same time as the GHB. I have too many pages of things open. Here we go. Sigvald 205. Okay, well, it seems to be the same. Was he different in the physical version of the GHB and the digital points were just day one fucking different? Maybe? And then Bliss Barb 140. Hey, this is what the Lumineth ones used to cost. Demonettes 130. You can go lower. Twin Souls 130, Pain Bingers 120. Okay, so the digital one is just correct, I see. So the physical booklet was wrong. Day one it was wrong, because the points that came up for that were 6 months ago. And then it had to get printed, which is, again, like, don't do this in books. It's not a good system. So, like, you have points you might want to update, right? And then 6 months later, those points, like, come out and everything could be changed, right? Or different. 6 months ago when Heat Knights were dominating. I mean, they were not. They weren't. But their points went down a lot. Dude, 205 Sigvald. I like it. And Bliss Barb Archers. 140? This is a big deal. Dude, Slanesh. Slanesh is back. And they did it to the unit that everyone already bought anyway. Because it was the best thing to be doing before. Quote unquote. Yeah, Bliss Barb Archers 140 is super exciting. Sigvald is it's like your fun choice, right? You are having fun. And they gave him a points cost that's closing in on, like, reasonable for him, I think. Sigvald is kind of a Chad at 205. I might try to play this guy. If I'm in Slanesh. Dude, I like it. I like him at 205. He was very playable before. I don't know if I would call him an auto-include before. I would call him a pretty good choice that was commonly taken before. But it was sort of like because you really had nothing else going on. 205 is downright excellent. This is great. Could you... Man, I hate to look a gift horse in the mouth, right? But could it be that, you know, Keeper of Secrets, what if they did damage, right? Like, just imagine a world where Keeper of Secrets did damage at all. What a cool world that would be. Horde, long number. Thanks for the tier 1. I appreciate it. 5 months on a 2-month stream. Thanks for the sub. I appreciate. Dude, Slanesh is looking good. This is fun. I'm playing Bliss Barb Archers for fucking sure. I'm playing Sinessa. I'm playing Sigvald. You could build a... You could toss a Glucose in there if you built the whole army around him, actually. Probably an underrated choice just because he's so expensive and he seems to do something that some other army wants and not Slanesh, right? But... Anyway, this is cool. Sweet. Okay. Heat Knights. Fun for the fun god. Asterisk, because I think it's a really good change. Nice. The glucose Jaws combo is neat. I think... Wait, Jaws? I know people used glucose and... something else. Sinessa, maybe? I know there used to be like a... There used to be like actually kind of a glucose list in Slaanesh. I don't know how well it did. I think it did well like once or twice. It was a really weird but interesting list, I thought. Probably still possible. If current Shalaxi was half the points, would they be taken? Shalaxi is one of those... So there's two types of War Scrolls. There are good War Scrolls and bad War Scrolls. Bad War Scrolls you don't want to fix with points. Good War Scrolls that you don't feel like playing can be fixed with points. And Shalaxi's War Scroll is terrible. You need to rewrite her, I think. You can technically put her points so low that you just kind of have to play her, because the point system of the game versus how many wounds and just stuff you're getting right. But she's a race to the bottom War Scroll. Honestly, maybe Keepers of Secrets are as well. The only thing they do is damage, and they really fucking suck at it. I would just rewrite. I would hit the hard reset on the console. Start the next run. The run is RIP. Sigvald has a great War Scroll. He was just too expensive. And then he went down and he was playable, and now he went down and he's he's looking pretty good. Blissbarb Archers have a good War Scroll. They were just way overpriced, right? Honestly, I think same with these guys. They're looking fine here. Anyway, Hedonites of Slaanesh, rejoice.
Please clap.
I mean, you can't fix everything, right? Where are they? Where's the... Yeah, Slangor, Fiendbloods. Look, there's only so much they could do, right? Fiendbloods are one of those, like, you just need a new War Scroll. But... Good work. Good work, though. Slangor Meme Blood? Yeah, good one. What's the win rate for Maggotkin like? I could check Honest Wargamer stats right now. I'm guessing something like 60%. Competitively speaking, it's doing very, very well right now. Very recently. Let's see. Battletome releases, I'll say since Nighthaunt and Dock. Looks like Maggotkin is on... Oh, it's on 56%. We don't have a... There's only been 21 tournaments. But, yeah, it's chilling at 56. For Nurgle. At this exact moment. Blades of Corn. Frank on the Rocks spoiled me on this one. I've heard tell. Remove this text from the blood for the blood god ! Battle trait. If you choose a reward after resolving its effects, your blood tithe points total is reset to 0. A 7-year-old mistake has been fixed. It's been 84 years. Oh. And with that, Corn is playable. Remove this text from the Summon Demons of Corn. Yep, no more. You get rollover minutes, just like every single other army that has any sort of points at all. Corn himself has stopped flushing the toilet every time you ask him for anything. You made 2 kids in that time. Lewd. Anyway, hey, good start. Is the next book really Corn when they're doing something like this? Maybe. Maybe they just want a few people to buy in, right? This is insanely late, right? But again, I'm trying to take the long view on this. They're moving in the right direction, and that's a good sign. Corn. After 7 long years, Blood Tithe works like every other special points system in the game. Good change. That's all you're gonna get, but hey, please enjoy. And do you think, alright, where's my tinfoil hat? Alright. Do you think they're working on the Corn book right now? They're just putting the finishing touches on it. And they're like, but how good really is Corn if you can just spend your Blood Tithe willy-nilly? What if this is like a beta test? The players play with it for a month. And at the last minute, they use that before the Corn book goes to print. Even though if Corn is the next book after the 2 Destruction ones, it has already been out for print like 5 months ago. But still. Anyway. Yeah, fun is out there. Grandoline's Death. Flesh Eater Courts. Change the Deathless Courtier battle trait to friendly Flesh Eater Court units have a ward of 6 up. Oh, you don't have to huddle around your heroes. Cool. FEC. You have a 6 up ward instead of standing near a hero. 6 up ward. Quality of life upgrade. Hey, alright. A 6 up ward is not good. I sleep on 6 up wards. It's just not like very impactful to me. But the quality of life upgrade is great. I consider it to be a minor but good change that will like affect how you play in a positive way. Sussy Buffy, yeah. Do more of this. Please. Many effects in this game have a balance between strength of effect and requirements to make or maintain it that is very out of whack. So, good. Keep doing this, actually. Oh, that's it, huh? That's it, huh? Just that? That's it, huh? Alright, a little light on FEC changes. The one change they made was like a good quality of life upgrade that I wish they did more of for more of the rules moving forward. I would have liked to see something else. Just something. I guess they did get that White Dwarf thing, but so did Corn. Well, what really did Corn get, though? To be fair. OBR, add the following notes to the section of the Necropolis Stalkers and Immortus Guard pitched battle profiles. Battleline, if general, is Mortesian. A Mortizan. Oh, Blenderman Battleline, huh? Well, this doesn't fix any of your core issues. It is fun. So good. Like, that's fun, right? Blenderman Battleline? They're not Jellymen. Are they Jellymen? How many wounds does a Blenderman have? Usually when I'm fighting against OBR, which is rare, I'm fighting against Mortec Guard. Alright. Blendermen, number of wounds. They gotta have like 5 or something, right? Probably. Because they're huge. They're made out of like half a dozen people duct taped together, right? 4. They have 4. It's not 5, it is 4. Are these guys jellymen now? They are. Yeah, 4 skulls, 4 wounds. I should have remembered that. That's just science, right? So you can't quite capture 2, but you can be a jellyman, so I suppose you could capture 3 if you wanted. They slap. Improve the random damage characteristic of this unit's melee weapons by 1. Yeah, precision aspect, pretty good. Put him in the 1 battalion. Dread Falchion. Of the leader, chilling on 2 dam. Is it all jellymen get the cool reach ability, or is it just... Or is the fighting arm in arm with your brothers thing, is that, Hold up, I may or may not have an image for this. Yeah, it's just, okay. 4 or less. And the Bonds of Battle, so you can 2 rank these guys if you want. They're kind of fragile, right? Oh wait, it's only 3 attacks versus 5. Maybe Spear Blades are better if you're stacking a bunch of... Oh yeah, and it's 4 to hit? Man, revisiting this book since it first came out, I noticed that the 2-hit value is 4 instead of 3. That might kill the crab, mathematically. Maybe it's fine to just use Spear Blades, actually. Hunt and Keo. What do the Tank Bros like? Unfortunate War Scroll. For the Immortus Guard. Crushing Assault is the coolest command ability ever. Until you keep reading it. Spirit Blades are better in every single scenario. Damn. So it's like your Mortek Guard, which had that weird thing too. B-Timmy. Where, like, technically you could upgrade to a Soul Cleaver Great Blade, but you actually don't want to, because then you don't get Nadirite with it, and also you don't get the spell to improve the Nadirite with it, and it's just like, you wouldn't think so, but it's just better to have everyone on blades, and it extra is in GHB, right? OBR continue to be kind of weird. So Immortus Guard have a bodyguard effect. And Crushing Assault sounds like double pile-in, except you only attack with your shield, so it sucks. I don't know if anyone might use them or not. We'll see. I hope they do, because they look badass. I love the look of the huge dudes with the huge shields. OBR. Didn't Archon also go down in points, or are you crazy? I don't know Kazadog, did he? Kitty Kong Racing. Destruction. Where's my death factions at? Is death such a tiny faction that I skipped it? Yes, okay. Archon the Black at this exact moment is 340. I don't know if that's down or not. I actually am not familiar with Archon's point cost. A million years ago he was 360. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that survived one book to another though. Nagash 955. God damn. Supreme Lord of the Shelf. Yo, these are cheaper. That's actually really good. Your little tiny caster guys, putting them down is big. There wasn't a lot of room in this army. Stalker's a 175, Battleline of Generals a Mortician. These are both the same cost. Any other noticeable changes here? Why is Mortec Crawler 215? Death Rider's 190. Mortec Guard 140. Harvester 215. I might have to sneeze. Ahem. Pardon me. Anyway, I'm going to look at this more later. But with the exception of this craziness, points going down, right? This is what you do. When your rules are suffering under a new edition, and they had plenty of chances to like fix that with a white dwarf and a balance update and a second balance update and a GHB, and you just don't, well, hey, you got some new Battleline and your points keep going down. Look forward to that new book, I guess. Battlescroll Gallet, alright. Orc War Clans. For each Gut Rippers unit, including your army, you can take one Hobgrot Slit-Uz as a Battleline unit. Are you trying to take Hobgrots, though, in your army? Cool Boys players are going to have to sound off here. I was to understand that you played some Gut Rippers, yeah, but then also Bolt Boys for them. Like, Bolt Boys, it was like, Bolt Boys, yes. Gut Rippers, sometimes. Hobgrots, never. Because you just can't, like, you don't really have, like, super cheap chaff that you're trying to, like, put in front of your stuff. It can't be a bad thing, right? Because they're giving you a new option to do, right? I just wonder if it's really a big deal. Grinnin' Blades. Oh, wait, Cool Boys. Hobgrot. Battleline. Sometimes. I don't think anyone is actively trying to play Hobbs, but it's an option. So that's nice. New line. Oh, good point, People 3004. The Hobgrot thing, because they can technically become Battleline, they can now become Jelly. And Jelly is good, or bad, depending. But on a unit that was going to die if anyone so much as sneezes near them, who cares if your opponent is on that one battalion, right? I think it can only be good for Hobgrots. Because it allows you to capture that one special objective, which is good. other people get to do more damage against them, but that doesn't matter because they were all dead if they were attacked. So it's sort of like water under the bridge. I think it's just a good thing. How much are gut rippers actually? When I was building, the last time I looked at gut rippers, when I was building some lists and preparing for the cool boys section of the big video, I was astonished at how expensive they were. Okay, on second look, I'm still feeling like this is really pricey. Does this feel high to you? I'm not a person who played the army, but when I was looking at it, I'm like, 180 feels way high for this shit. What's the consensus? A lot of people see, yeah, it should be 160, still 180, feels very high. Yes, they are very overcosted. It does. Okay, well, fair enough. Dr. Demento, first time chatter. You think it's because gut Riopas are overcosted and they're saying take Hobgrots to balance them out? Why not make gut rippers like 160 though, you know? Why not do that? Maybe they're concerned about it. Like, imagine a world where gut rippers are like crazy undercosted. Even though their save sucks, like who cares, right? It's still two wounds a model, right? What if gut rippers were like 150? Like, what does that do to Cruel Boys as an army? Like, once you jump through all the hoops and people start playing it and the matchups happen on the table and you finally trickle all the way down to win percent, like, what happens if gut rippers for 10 is like 150? Does it skew are they now cheap enough where you start playing gut rippers even though you didn't really want to? Does it like skew what people are playing in the army? Because you have like, where are your bolt boys? Because those are Battleline too, if I recall correctly. Yeah, oh well, okay, they're coming threes. Yeah, 120 for 3. And they're Battleline in an old Yeller's army. I don't know, this is a brand new army, right? I would have done something a little bit drastic and then just had to eat it and go in front of a podium and apologize later if I was wrong. I would have put Gut Rivers at 150. I don't care how many votes I lose. Gut Rippers, expensive as fuck. Make them 150. What else happened here? Change the Out of the Mist's ability to friendly Grin and Blades. Units are not visible to enemy models that are more than 12 away. Oh, this is a good effect. This is good. How many points for Hobgrot Slitters? 80 for 10. Which is very cheap. But they are very bad. Very cheap and very bad. I suppose they're like, hey, do you want chaff in your army? Well, play some Gut Rippers and you get chaff, then I guess. Do I post my notes somewhere? No. I just have... the document is like 5,200 words so far. About notes of various battle tomes and points changes and stuff that came out. These are like the initial impressions. You know what I mean? They're not like... I've done research and here's my biggest brain take. These are just my like initial it's almost like React content in a way. And then I write down my reactions and then later on I can look at it when I'm making a video about something and I can be like, well, what did I think at the time? All right, it seemed like that was the case. Now from there I can look into it. What are people playing? What's the percentages of stuff? Let me build an army or two. What are the most recent lists? Hopefully I get to play against something like that. what were the changes that happened, how do people in the Discords and the WhatsApps and stuff feel about it, and then I can come up with a little better thing to say that's a little more correct. Not always fully right, but, you know. AOS genre changes to Man Writes book. Hey, I wrote a battle tome. I did it live. We did it in 1 week. I had 2.5 shows on writing a ogre battle tome that I was gonna like lock up in the vault and then bring out as a meme for a clickbait video that I probably won't do, where it's like the fan fiction ogre battle tome that HeyWoah wrote, and then we see the real one and you compare the two, even though that's probably like not a great idea for a video. Because when the book comes out, I want to be excited about it, and I want to think about stuff to do in real life and not compare it to something that was never going to happen and would just confuse people. Yeah, 80 points is less than 180. You are right. What did Grinning Blade's ability used to do? That's probably worth looking into. Grinning Blades. What did it used to do? Battalions. Oh wait, I've gone too far. I've gone entirely too far. During the first battle round, they're not. Oh, this is just all the time, huh? Ahem. They're not visible to enemy models that are more than 12 inches away from them. Instead of once per game, or instead of at the very beginning of the game. Hey, that's good. Good. Making it like only turn 1 felt a little shit. Silver bullet meta call option now. If shooting is just so ubiquitous in the future or at any time, you know, you can at least do something like that, right? Also, they can't be targeted by spells, but that never happens. True. Yeah. I mean, it does happen, but it's really important to note that the best spells in the game, like 9 out of 10 of them, are just buffs for the opponent's units that aren't caring about targeting your guys with things anyway, right? Bone splitters. Oh, we're done. I thought these were all cool. Bone split us. The Bone Boys. Change the Spirit of Gorkamorka battle trait to Spirit of... I'm not even going to read ahead. I'm not even reading ahead. What is the Spirit of Gorkamorka battle trait? What's that one? If the unmodified hit roll for an attack made with a melee weapon that has 5 or more models is 6, it scores 2 hits instead of 1. Alright. Hopefully they're removing this 5 or more models thing, because that's stupid. Hopefully that's the change. It is. Good. Now works... This means that your heroes get bonus hits. Oh wait, that's actually not very good because none of your heroes slap. No, you're oh, what's he called? War boss guy. The dude who, if you can play like 4 or 5 of them and they can each fight after each other, and that's kind of funny. Like, they get exploding hits now. That's okay. Rogue Idol, I think, has the Bone Splitter keyword, which is sick. That's good. What else does this matter? When your squads are, like, almost dead, they still have their main ability, which is good. Who else does this affect in Bone Splitter? I think that's it. This is just good for, like, when one dude in your minimum-sized unit dies, you still get your thing, which is nice. Oh, Savage Big Stabbers. I forgot about those guys, because they used to be, like, cool. They were a cool silver bullet in 1st and 2nd, and then I can't remember what they did to them in 3rd, but it was just like, these things are dog shit now. Does this fix them or not? Probably not. But it's at least something. It's something. And something is half the battle, right? Alright, so Bone Splitters. Good for specifically Rouge Idol. Not Rogue Idol, but Rouge Idol. Big boss fight chains, I guess. Especially wounded squads of dudes. And Big Stabba, even though it still sucks. Good. I mean, it was stupid. It was a stupid restriction, and they've lifted a stupid restriction. So this is a win. I consider it a win. Bone Splitters might be fun. I would contest that they already were fun. If you like to play a little bit memey. The stare is certainly top Keck's meme, right? But Bone Splitters were already good sometimes. There were like a few players that were really good, and they were skewing the stats on Bone Splitters way higher than it probably should have been. But you're capable of doing very well with them, I think. Ahem. As a corn player, you feel like you got a new book, Blood Tithe fixed, and all the new inventory rules. Yeah, something that I should mention here is that this isn't the only buffs anyone got, right? Like, the new Battleline rules and infantry rules and stuff will seemingly greatly change to everybody. Probably for the better, a lot of the times. So, like, that's coming bundled in, too. Like, you're getting that as well. Just tuned in, what'd you miss? Good meme. 2 hours of chatting. Most of the changes seem very good. Like, honestly, my only complaint about any of these changes are like, well, I wish there was more, right? I don't think any change itself was just, like, really stupid. Living City 1 was probably correct, but maybe I have some exclamation or some question marks to type out. But they targeted the right thing, you know? Everything else is just like a good change. Some of them I'm like, why stop there, though? You almost didn't do anything, but the thing you did do was nice. I don't know that there's a change here where I'm just like, you are wrong. You are fucking wrong. And that's such a big improvement from last time, where the whole thing I thought was like fundamentally a bad idea. You know? Gloomspite Geats. It looks like this is one of the ones I saw. Bad Moon Good? Question mark. Gee hyphen Yets. For the Light of the Bad Moon battle trade, replace the Moon Clan Fungus Brew effect with Frothing Zealots if a friendly Moon Clan unit receives the rally command while it is affected by the Light of the Bad Moon. You can return one slain model. Oh, ooh. Alright, 4 up. Alright, 4 up, huh? 4 up rally instead of 6. Four up rally on like 60-man squads is pretty good, my dude. Pretty good. Especially when you can return a half one even if they're dead. Like that's cool. The Trogoth one was so fucking bad it was like heal them or something. Oh yeah, my elite units with a 5-up save, you want me to heal them? Should I swivel over to the place where I put all my dead units and heal them over there? Alright. Add 1 to save rolls. A. Alright, yeah, +1 save rolls. Good. Moonlit Hide is good. +1 to save with Trogdors. That's a good bonus. It's just a good bonus. And the Bad Moon Loon Shrine. Gloomspite gets units that are affected by the Light of the Bad Moon while they're wholly within 12. Oh, cool. You have a way to, like, even if it's very limited. Well, I don't know if it's very limited. Where can you put this thing? Inside your deployment zone? Wholly within 12 is actually kind of a big circle on this smaller board with this huge Bad Moon Loon Shrine, right? Interesting. You do have to be wholly within it, but still. At least you can, like, you have some way of getting the Light of the Bad Moon. Wrestling the bullshit randomness out of its mouth like you're trying to grab a dog treat from Cerberus, you know? Like you have something to make sure you get the light effect. That's actually very nice. Loon Shriner. The Loon Shriner. Is very nice. You can get your battle trade every turn. Revolutionary. Imagine gaining the effects of your battle traits every turn on purpose with some restrictions. Cool. The 4-up rally is great. The +1 save the Trogs is great. Loon Shrine change is sweet. A lot of Battleline just got some very interesting rules in the new GHB. Damn. Any sneaky snufflers and Spore Splatta fanatics looking to give +2 attacks to 60 dudes that are all on damage 2 against other gelatins? Interesting. Still gotta put those nets in the right places, but these are good changes as we await the next battle tome. Surely it's one of the 2 next ones. Right? Start. Surely it's the next one. It's not just SOB and ogres, right? Alright, we'll see. I think these are good changes. I'm gonna give it asterisk. Actually, Bone Splitters that's a good change as well. That is a good. Cool Boys thing was not, but Grin and Blades was neat. Oh man, I wanted to keep reading. I felt I want more. Battlescroll Gallet. Overall, Battlescroll thoughts. Help me. Alright, there we go. No changes to ogres or giants. Battle tomes on the way. Oh, that would be... My brothers and sisters playing Gloomspite Gits. I would feel so bad for them. I feel like ogres and Gits should probably be next, right? But I don't know. Do you even... So, like, there's no Slaves to Darkness changes in here, right? And we know that their battle tome is on the way. The hunt was the worst idea. I'm glad we're improving. And this is great. Great job, actually. Obviously, I wanted more. But if my only complaint is that I wanted more, and you changed a bunch of stuff and all of the changes are good, that's probably where you want your customers to be. You probably want to leave them wanting more, right? Good job.